what we have here, we got some place called called Heroic Age, and it is apparently a show about this weird Transformer Godzilla and how to breathe without hyperventilating. So we'll talk about it now. And before I do, I never really liked pretzels. Because when I would floss, I would use the floss, and it tasted minty, so I swallowed. And the doctor told me, Sam, you gotta stop eating Skippy Super Chunk. And I told him, I will when you stop feeding me Skippy Super Chunk. And he said, don't you dare talk to your pet like this. And I said, you're probably right. Dogs can look up. That's what it all makes sense. We will put to make shops for the elderly, because the elderly, they're just like us, but they're just from a different planet. Which is why when my so-called grandmama comes here, her nipples were like shoelaces. So, as I realized that, I stopped yelling at my neighbors too, and I then gave my pet a bath. And watching as that baby cat drowning, I realized about, we'll be back here, and, okay, you're back. Hey, now, we're here with, hi, and I was sitting next to some kid on the bus. We are very in-depth conversation about doctors touching your genitalia. I told him what my parents told me. When he grabs you by your goose eggs, you cough. And don't argue, just keep coughing. Just cough and cough and cough. Because flossing is only good for shoes. And when... Oh, hello! I'll answer a few questions from that guy. Now, tell me where you're from. I'm from... Where are you from? Well, I never knew where I was born because I never learned how to read. So, what about you? I grew up in the house, but apparently my parents are deers. So, they're dead. Whoa. You hear that, people? His parents are dead because they're bears. No, I said ducks. I said ducks. He said... So, now I'll ask you about... I never really played Super Mario Kart. I could never play as... Okay. Now, coming from... Wow. No. You hungry? Because I know this great restaurant where I go and eat with my imaginary real parents. This restaurant is called the Civilian Vigilante School. But apparently to some other not mentioned jumpers, it's known as CVS. I get great cable too. I watch while they put the cable in through the floating dishes, and not Skippy Super Chunk. Can't eat it, but you can chew it and swallow, but you can't eat it. So, I never had any friends because when I was 300 pounds overweight and I was 2 feet tall. So, as you can understand, they didn't want to be friends with Roby. Hi. Now, back to you. Is apparently, yeah. Oh, it's so. She's not pregnant, apparently. Apparently, this is attractive. Robot Gundams. Now, don't. Okay, so from reading my sounds, I have come to the description of what Hellboy did in that movie, The Dark Knight Rises. When he fought that villain, you know, he Ghost Rider, and he wasn't fighting Ghost Rider. He was fighting himself because he is the Ghost Rider. So bye. Now we're gonna add some. Huh? Yeah, so, me too. I have also... What? Okay, ow. I have also felt the love from my coach's touch. And it's not rape. It was stretching, but naked. So I went to preschool and started demonstrating what the kids about Skippy Super Chunk. And he didn't know how to bark. So I bought him a can of Jurassic Park. And while watching the can, apparently she was pregnant. So she died. And then I realized pregnant women are the same as pregnant females. The only difference is we'll be back. Now, welcome back. We're Anyway, what's your name?
What?
Bye. Now we're back. Now, tell me, sweet girl, what? Where are you? Hi. What do you want to talk about? You're here on the show with. So, what do you want? What? No. I've tried to tell her once. It reminded me a lot like. Watching cable. Whoa. Hi. Oh. Dear little girl. Are you sick?
No.
You sound like a boy for being a girl.
I am.
You sick?
No.
Then why are you saying coughing?
I am.
We'll be back. After. Why are you a boy?
I don't know. I just am.
Why are you here to talk about
Driving.
with Skippy Superchunk? No, kids, I know it's the cool thing to do in this year of 2019-94. But driving with your license is the safest way to go. Because cops, they don't want to make sandwiches with you. They want it to go. Yeah. So, what? Okay. So, yeah. Oh, okay. So, ask me a few questions. I don't want to hear you. We'll be back now. Here, tell me your answer. I'll get questions.
What?
I too had a father who looked like my mother because it turns out it was my mother. But I don't have any parents. I also once had a pet fish who didn't like to be rubbed on his head. So I didn't have a pet fish. I also can't eat pretzels because they remind me too much of driving. I know that it's hard to keep your eyes on the road, but Skippy Superchunk. That's so. What are you? Ask me an answer, and I'll give you the question.
Who drove this?
He was a flavor. Now, would you like to join me for dinner with my parents? I don't have any parents. We could go out and touch each other's flowing schools are the place you go to meet new kids. I was born into college. As you see by what my billboard says right here. No? Oh yeah, I don't. So, another question coming from Mr. Skippy himself. Why did you make Smuckers?
It's delicious.
But your name is Walt Disney.
And?
You hear that, folks? Skippy Superchunk. It is not a weapon.